Welcome to Simple How-To Stuff. This is a tutorial on some basics of the Hartke KM200 as far as in regards to repair. It's a great keyboard amp, but I guess I played with it a little too hard and there's a crack right here in the woofer. And the thing about this, there's repair things on YouTube that cover paper speakers. Being this is aluminum, I'm going to have to treat it totally different. I've already taken most of the screws out to get the amp out itself. These plates on the top get unscrewed, and that's what actually holds the mixer and everything where it's supposed to be. There's a jack in the back that plugs in for your speaker. You want to take that out, and then gently this will slide out the back. It's kind of heavy. The power supply is like probably 20 something pounds, so you kind of be ready for that when you slide it out. Comes right out the back. And the first issue we found was you have two fuses here. You have this fuse and this fuse. This one's for the power, and this one is for the speakers. Now, that's pretty easy to do as far as replacing those. They pop out. You want to be very careful and make sure that this is unplugged. And there's the fuse. It's a 5 amp, 250 volt fuse. Now, when you're doing that, pay attention to these two little jumper wires. If you hit one of those, it will arc, because these two giant capacitors right here, they store up enough charge even after it's unplugged to where it'll make quite the little light show. Now that we have the amp off to the side, I'll lay the cabinet down. I've taken the screws out, so getting the woofer out, it's pretty heavy. And Hartke only gives you exactly enough wire to connect, and not much more than that. The wires are on the back side. That's pretty self-explanatory. You unplug them. They're just simple spade connectors. Inside here's your crossover. Now, why they put a fuse in here, I don't know, but this fuse that my finger's on is a 1.6 amp 250 volt fuse. So if this blows, you get nothing. This is for the sub, this is for the tweeter. The one for the tweeter is soldered in. I guess they don't figure it'll ever blow. Now I'm going to attempt the repair on the speaker from the back side. This crack is really hard to see, and I'm going to try to fix it from the back side, but I'll probably realistically have to fix it from the front and the back. I'm taking some rubbing alcohol and some cotton balls and very gently cleaning the cone, and see how much dirt I'm pulling off. That's the key to this repair, is going to be clean and dry. And if you're using epoxy, always have cardboard or something to help you out, because you don't want to get it on your furniture. I'm cleaning the back side best I can, nice and gently. I don't know if this is going to work, because this says plastic bonder, but I know from experience that this will bond to most anything. You have to mix it. When you pull the cap off, pull the plunger out. If you've never done this before, aim it away from your face. Get a piece of plastic or a piece of wood or cardboard. Get an equal amount of each. You want to grab a popsicle stick or a couple toothpicks to do the mixing. What I've done is put equal amounts of the hardener in the resin, and you want to stir them up real good. This stuff sets really fast, so mix up only what you're going to use. Probably should be wearing gloves when I do this, but I've done it enough times to where I'm careful. That's mixed up. I'm going to take a toothpick. A Q-tip would also probably work. I'm going to try to go along the crack from the back side. And I'm using just enough to fill the crack, no more. Alright, I've decided to change over to Q-tip because I'm afraid I'm going to drive a hole in the cone with that pointy toothpick. I've got Q-tips, and then plus that gives me a little wider swath. Now the tricky part is to get under this basket here. I'm going to go from both sides. You want to be really gentle when you're doing this and just kind of like brush it in. Because what we're going for here is ultimately flexibility of the cone. If it's too rigid, it'll break again. Now this stuff says it's good in 20 minutes. I have used it in other applications. I recommend you leave it alone and let it sit in here for a day. Alright, that takes care of the back side. So that's it, both sides are filled, and I guess when it dries we can crank it up and see if it works. I might put clear nail polish over it after the fact. The clear nail polish tends to work for your paper speakers, and if there was a rip in here, I probably would have used nail polish, but this isn't a stereo speaker. It's designed to take quite a beating. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching Simple How To Stuff.